if what we have like programmed, like what we have told the Figma, what kind of interaction you should, what kind of conditions you should perform. Here we are telling him that if vehicle is false, then make vehicle as a true. On clicking on it, like on click on it, whenever user click on it, it should be changed into the true, and the changing the it is hiding the fifth and sixth subcategory, and after that he is just changing the name. Apart from that, what we are saying that if vehicle is true, then make status and ticket as a false. Okay, means if whenever it is true, if it is not, then what will happen? Like if I have opened this if user opening this status type and he click on it now, then it is closing the status type. Okay, similarly if user has opened the ticket type and after that he wanted to see the vehicle type, he can see only just vehicle type, just because we are telling him that if vehicle type was true, then close these two parameters. Okay, these two parameter means these two drop down. Okay, so that is what we are telling him here. So we need to apply this condition to the other drop down as well. Okay, so we need to again pass the condition here into the status, that if it is equal to true, okay, is equal to, then set variable that vehicle should be come as a false, also ticket should come as a false. Okay, similarly going to the ticket, I am again repeating the story that if ticket is equal to true, then add action, where we are telling the set variable that vehicle should be false and status should be false. Okay, let's see that it is working or not. That if I'm clicking on it, it is opening this. If I'm clicking on it, it is opening this. If I'm clicking on it, it is opening this. The thing is, I haven't changed the values here of subcategory of ticket. I will change it, and then it will come in a right way. Like I need to go to the third and I need to change the values here. So what values we have? We have like a new, okay, we have in progress. After that we have delay. Okay, after that we will set a variable where we will call item 4 item we have item 6, and item 6 will be called as a critical. Okay, and after that we will set variable where we will say item 6 will be called as a complete. Okay, so now we am just refreshing it again. So here all the values are coming properly fine. Here the values are coming properly fine, and here also the values are coming, but okay, need to refresh it. Why that I am selecting the all, I am saying I think something I haven't I am not doing properly. Let me find the problem first. I'm just checking it. If you false, then drop ticket should be true. That is fine, and I am telling him that acha, so it should be called as a true. It should be called as a true. So after that, just because in a third item we have 6 item, in a third drop down we have a 6 items, so it should be it should show us 6 items. Okay, so now you can see the 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? If in the second drop down it is coming, it is showing me the 4 item, and first it is showing me the 4 item. I am just refreshing it again. Let me check again. Okay, now you can see the new in progress delay, so it is working properly fine. Okay, so let me add one more condition, that if user click this global, I have attached this as a global, let me add the condition here as well. I just don't I have made it, I change it into the it should be called and I wanted that set a variable where I just wanted to tell him that on clicking on it, status type should be come as a false. Okay, again target vehicle should be false. Okay, and set variable target ticket should be false. Okay, now if I am refreshing it, I have opened this, if I am clicking up outside, it is clicking the drop down. You can like close it, you can open it by like clicking on it, the drop down. Okay, apart from that you can also do that by clicking outside. So this is the basic thing for the drop down which we have completed. Now second thing is come like whenever user click on the any subcategory, this subcategory should be print comes as a label. Okay, so now for that what we will do, to making this possible, what you need to do is you need to tell the Figma that whenever user clicking on the any subcategory, target this subcategory row and print it as a print this as a into the our label. Okay, for now what we will do is we will go to the our drop down. Okay, into the our drop down here. Let's suppose user clicking on this all. First item is our all, right? In all three drop down we have first item as a all, right? So we will tell the Figma that if user clicking on this first row, first item, first subcategory, print this string into the our drop down label, and drop down label has also a string, right? If you remember that we had assigned this label as a I think as a select vehicle type, right? So we will tell him that if user click on this first item, first subcategory item, please change the cycle select vehicle type string into all, right? So now let's play this interaction, and if I am telling you that if user click on this and tell then we are telling the Figma that select vehicle type, okay, and change the text into all. Okay, so I am telling him, let's see it is working or not. Whenever I am clicking on it, it is changing to the all. Okay, it is changing, but the thing, it is not closing the drop down. We will perform this action in our condition, but that is not an issue. Okay, so here now what we will do it, we will again set a variable where we will say that a vehicle should be false. Okay, then if I am clicking on it, vehicle drop down should be, means I had assigned the vehicle, targeting the vehicle drop down and telling that make it as a false. Okay, so this is the first thing we are doing, and this is the condition I need to pass in all the you can say the subcategories. Okay, if user clicking on it, just pass the okay. So target the select vehicle type, okay, and type the truck, just because the second item is called truck. Okay, and after that again we are just telling him that make false vehicle drop down to false. Okay, so now if user clicking on the truck, this drop down label is changing to the truck. Okay, so this is the thing I'm just doing in other items as well. Let me next item will be call and car, sorry, and we are telling the vehicle drop should be false. Okay, and now moving, targeting the for item, setting a variable where I am just telling that select vehicle type and type when. Okay, and after that I am again telling that target the select target target vehicle and make it as a false. Okay, now I'm just checking that all the parameters are working fine or not. Okay, all the parameters are working fine, right? So now this is the information, this is the condition I need to pass in our other drop down as well. Okay, so I am repeating this same interaction to the other drop down. For the time being, you can skip the videos. Applied all the not applied. I have passed all the values that what the values should come under the particular drop down. So as you can see, the values are coming. Okay, if user click on the complete, or if user click on any like subcategory, it is changing perfectly fine. Okay, so another thing we have achieved here. So now the next thing what we will do it. Now next thing what we will do it, whenever user click on this truck drop down subcategory like item, I wanted to filter our data table. Okay, I wanted to filter my data table accordingly. So now let's target that thing. Okay, I'm just coming here into the my design. Under this I wanted to target truck, just because all has all the properties, so I don't wanted to target that condition. Okay, I just wanted to target that particular subcategory where we can filter the what table. Okay, so that's why I'm just targeting this second item, which is called truck. Here I just open our interaction box, and what we will do it, we will open the we will set the set variable, and we will see the on which particular row we have the truck item. Like as you can see, we are in the row 1 we have the truck, in a second we don't have, so we need to tell him that make row 1 as a true. Okay, make a row 1 as a true and make a row 2 as a false. We need to tell him. After that this thing will happen there. See, you see, like now if I count 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. See, you remember that we have a 12 rows, and if I click on the truck only items will be visible, but the second row has the car, so we are telling him that make a car as a false. Okay, so that information we need to pass here. So I am doing it for the one item, and apart from the other item I will do it offline, so that I don't want to make this video too long. Okay, in the row 3 we have a row 3. I just wanted to make a true. Let's target the row 4. Row 4 has a car, so I will make it as a false. Okay, now let's target the row 5. Row what we have? Row 5 we have a wheel, so we will make it as a false. Let's target row 6. We will tell him to make it as a true. Okay, after that what we have, row 7 we have a truck, then we will make it a true. What we have in a row 8, we have a row 8, we don't have a truck, so I am making it as a false. Next item, which is called 9. 9 we have a truck, so we will make it as a true. Okay, in a row item 10, what we have a car, so I'm just making it as a false. Okay, in a row 11, maybe I just missing any row, so you can check it like basic funda you know. Okay, so I'm just doing it quickly, so that we don't need to make this video too long. Okay, so now let's see what is happening. I am clicking on the truck, so it is showing me all the truck information. 1, 2, 3, 6. It is showing me that we have a 6 items, 6 row items where we have a truck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 6 rows we have as a truck, so it is showing me the correct information. Okay, so that is what you need to do in all the, that is the you need to do in all. So it's up to you. You need to perform it in the all subcategory or not, just because all has like all the items. So if I am clicking on a truck, no, sorry, my mistake. You have to perform it, like you have to write this condition for the all as well. But yeah, the thing is, like, all has all the true values, just because if user click on the any truck or car, and if I wanted to see again all the information of like whatever the items we have, I wanted to, how can I do that? For that I have given the information so category option called all, and if user click on this all, he can see. So for to do like to avail this functionality, like you like feature, you need to pass the variable here as well. But the thing is, you need to tell that all the rows will becomes as a true. Okay. So I am telling the Figma that make all the items of a row come as a true if user click on a all, right? So that is the value I am passing here. Okay, let's see how the thing is behaving right now. So if user click on the truck, we filtered the data according to the our truck. If user click on the all, we are changing the table according to the what we have as a all, right? Like all, definitely all has all the items, so we are showing it as a default one. Okay, so that is the value we have passed here. So you need to perform in all the drop down. Okay, so I'm just skipping the video, so I'm just copy pasting this thing to the other drop down subcategories. Okay, so guys, I have completed all the parameters. Like as you can see, the last subcategory was the complete, so I have passes the value in all the subcategories. And let me check and let me show you that whether it is working fine or not. If I select this select ticket type drop down, and if I click the new, only the new what you can say, the new items subcategory belongs to rows are coming, right? If I am selecting the in progress subcategory, then that particular in progress belongs rows are coming. Okay, so I'm just checking all the rows are coming fine or not. So as you can see, all the rows are coming completely fine. Similarly, if I check the status type, so all the status type coming accordingly which I am selecting, whichever item I am selecting, accordingly the row is reflecting. Okay, so it is working quite fine. Okay, so next thing we will target our counter. Okay, so as you can see here, whatever the number of rows I am selecting, the count is increasing and decreasing accordingly. And there is a one thing more, that whenever I select one row, delete button is enabled. Whenever I am not selecting any row, then the delete button is hiding. Okay, so that is the thing we will achieve in our next step. Okay, so for that, how can we do that? Let me tell you in a detailed way that what is happening here, guys, is that like whenever I select any row, then this count is changing. Okay, so it means we need to pass our parameter on these rows. Okay, so you need to see, or like you need to always keep in mind that you need to aware that what interaction is happening on which element. Okay, so on which element is happening, we need to pass the condition, and where it is was where it is happening, it should that value we need to add our condition or our simple variables. Okay, so to achieve this interaction, what we need to do, we need to go to our component here. Okay, and what we will do it, we will open this and write a condition where with the set variables. Okay, here what we will do, we will tell the Figma that target this number count. Okay, number count, and after targeting this, we are telling the select the number count and plus 1. Okay, so now what will happen that where we applied this condition, we applied this here, like on it, on our row, right? So like wherever the unselected rows we have, if we click on it, it will change the number count. Okay, so it will do plus plus whenever we click on it. Okay, right now it will not decrease it just because we haven't implemented that minus condition. But yeah, the thing is like I just wanted to show you that how the plus interaction work and where we need to target it. Okay, so I think you are pretty clear. One thing I just wanted to tell you that I have in between I have changed the one so I one variable that the number count should be as a number count should be in the number variable. Okay, not in the string, just because if you add the like a string variable here, what will happen here right now, here if I am clicking on this, it is coming as a 1, it will come, but what will happen then, it will come as a 0 1, just because it will count 0 also. Okay, it will count this 0, and after that he will add the plus 1. Okay, so he will show 0 1 0 2 0 3, that I doesn't want. Okay, that I don't want, so that is why we need to make this number count variable as a number. Okay, that you need to change into your conditions, variable. Okay, now what we need to do again, we need to do one more thing, that here what is happening, that if I am clicking here, the number count is start, right? But the thing is I also wanted to enable my delete button. If you remember our previous the main prototype, like here you can see whenever we press, like whenever we active one row, the delete button is enabled, right? So for how we can do that, we can do it by here. Here we need to write a condition that we need to tell him that, here we need to tell him that whenever user click on it. Okay, so if we will tell him that if delete button is equal to false. Okay, if delete button is equal to false, then set variable or delete button should be true. Okay, otherwise delete button should be false. We don't need to write it just because we are writing this already. So see here, once I active this any particular row, it is showing the delete button as a enable stage, right? So this is how the things will work. Okay, see, it is like adding the counter. Okay, and the delete button is also enabled here. Now what we will do, we will clicking on this active row, and here we will add decreasing condition. Okay, so now what we will do, we will tell him that if number count, we need to pass a condition here, just because we need to tell him, we need to ask him the one thing, that if number count is less than or equal to 1. Okay, is less than equal to 1, then add action. What action we will tell him, that make this delete button as a false. Okay, So what we are telling him that whenever whenever the number count means number count will, if number count will be 0 or minus or below the 0, then it will make this delete button as a false. Although we are not telling this we are not telling Figma that make this number count as a in a minus stage, but yeah, still, but we are implementing the logic, so that's why I am putting it here. There is no like there is no worry, like we don't need to take any tension here. Okay, so see here, if I clicking on it, it is enabling the delete button and selecting the row, and it is also at the number count. Okay, but if I uncheck it, it is like like disable the delete button, but the thing is number count is not changed, so that condition we also need to write here. Okay, so there is no issue with that, we will do that here. What we will tell him that make the target the number count, okay, and minus 1. Okay, because the logic is working with that way that if the number count is less than, okay, less than 1, then it will be in a, then it will hide the delete button and it will minus the counter. Okay, so this is the logic we are implementing. Okay, sorry, we need to add a separate condition just like we did that. Okay, now if I adding the rows, it is showing me and also decreasing, right? As you can see here, it is working properly fine. So I forget that I add as a separate identity this minus condition. What we are telling him the Figma that whenever if you found like whenever user click on this, whenever user click on this active row, just simply just target the number count and simply minus condition. Here we are telling the Figma that whenever you found that number count is less than the 1, okay, less than the 1, then make the delete one as a false, means it whenever the rows in a zero in a zero count, make this as a 0. Like whenever our rows in a 0 count, make it as a 0, and also like we in a unselected rows condition, we are disabling the our delete button. Okay, so that is the condition we will pass here. Okay, so that is the simple thing we did here. As you can see, all the things are working properly fine, like all the filter is not disturbed with this condition which we recently had. So you can check it by again and again, so that if there is any glitch come, you can see that oh, this is disturbing any other condition or not. Like you can check it like, but the way I am telling you, there is no issue will found you will found in your interaction. Okay, so just follow my steps one by one, you can simply achieve this. So now the last thing is, so there is one thing we need to achieve, that whenever user press this delete, just we need to simply delete the selected rows. Okay, so now we will work on that. Okay, so let's jump into that scenario. So let's jump into our design file. Okay, where we will see that we need to we need to target we need to target the delete button. Okay, for the condition, like we will pass the condition onto the delete button, and with the help with the passing the condition or delete button, and he will then target the particular rows, whatever the rows we will select. Okay, so now we will tell the delete button that if 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 row 1 is equal to true, then you should pass a set variable where you need to target the row 1 and tell him that it should be hide. Okay, so we are passing the value that select the row 1 and make it as a hide what we have created a if you remember that we have created one component that is called hide, right? We have created one component that is called hide. So what he is doing right now, he is targeting and we are telling the Figma that whenever user click on, if row 1 is equal to true, then make this row 1 as a hide. He will change it into the hide. Okay, and apart from that, what we are also telling him, so let's see that it is working or not. After that we will do one more thing. Like I'm just selecting row 1, I'm deleting it, he is deleting the particular row, and but the thing is the counter is not decreasing, so we need to write one more condition here. We will tell him that target the number count and select the number count and delete -1. Okay, so now what will happen that if we select the row 1 and we delete it, he will hide it and make the counter as a 0. Okay, so the thing is right now, like it doesn't require the target the row like the string variable. I make it as a boolean variable, but actually I saw that sometimes it was showing the some glitches. That's why I created the row as a string, also row as a string. I don't know why it was happening, but yeah, like it was showing me some problem. So no worries, like it is great. Right now it is not showing the glitch. So we don't require these string values, so we can delete it later. Right now let me pass the other conditions as well. Let me see that whether all the things are working properly or not. If it is work fine, then we will delete our string values. Okay, then we doesn't require that. Okay, but yeah, like when I was working initially, that it was showing some glitches, like not my other interactions like misbehaving that time, so that's why I kept that. Okay, so you can you can keep them for the time being, like in case we don't I doesn't found any problem, then you can also don't need to create it. Okay, now move like row 1 we have completed. Now similarly I just wanted to target all the other rows. Okay, so I'm just skipping that part, and I will continue with the row 12. Okay, so guys, I have already passed all the parameter. Okay, so let me check that whether all the conditions parameters are working fine or not. So let me check that I have selected rows, and it is showing me that all the increasing and decreasing parameters are working in a correct way. Okay, and if I am selecting any row, any first row, it is enabling the delete button. If I delete it, it is not showing it in a correct way. -10. What was happening? So guys, actually I was not sure what was the what was the strange thing was happening. So actually if you remember now you saw that when I tried to use boolean, for selecting the row 1 I used boolean, it was showcasing it was showing me the error, right? But if I using the string, now I change all of the all condition where I just wanted to select row. Instead of using boolean, I am using the string. Now it is working perfectly fine. Here you can see that if I am selecting and deleting, it is changing the rows count. It is deleting the rows as well as changing the number count as a 0. Okay, and if you remember, like if I delete 2 rows, okay, let me count the rows: 1 2 3 4 5 6 8 9 10. Okay, so 2 rows I have deleted. If you remember, we have 12 rows. So if I am deleting 2 rows, it is changing the rows count into the 10. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, so that is what I said to, like I was telling you that Figma is behaving like Figma is right now is not advanced enough to like tackle this kind of complicated situations where we are passing two or three conditions with this similar item. Okay, like we are telling the just delete that particular row, count the number count with that, and also manage the drop downs, also manage the delete conditions. So maybe Figma is like a little bit confused with the, like we are taking one boolean for the reference, but when I tried to target with the string, he came to know that I need to target that string value, and for the deleting why we need to target the boolean. So maybe Figma is right now not advanced enough, that is why it was happening, and that is why I just told you initially that create string values also. Okay, so never mind, that is not a like I think big challenge for you to create strings or booleans. I think you are pretty clear that why I was telling you. So like whenever you saw some kind of glitches is coming, you instead of using boolean you can also use string, and instead of using string you can use boolean property. So maybe sometimes that can also that will also help you, right? So try to implement that philosophy. Okay, so guys, this is the basic thing which I wanted to showcase you, that how can you can create an interactive input field with with helping of the interactive input field. You can like refresh the word your data, right, data table. So by like I'm right now I'm just selecting the car, I'm selecting van, it is changing the data accordingly. Okay, so and here you can also see that the second drop down is also working fine. If I'm talking about third drop down is also working fine. Okay, in progress, after that delay, after that critical, after that complete. Okay, so all the like boolean drop downs working perfectly fine. If I am selecting the rows, it is selecting the row and also adding the number of count selected uh, rows. Like we can see that how many rows we have selected by the number counter. Okay, so whenever we deselect it, it will making as a minus. Okay, like it is showcasing the number counter accordingly. And also like if I am selecting one, the delete button is enabled. If I am not selecting any row, our delete button change to disabled. Okay, if I am selecting two rows, we have 12 rows, and if I am selecting two rows, if I delete that, it is deleted the two rows, also change the counter as a 0. Now if I count the number of rows remain, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 10. Okay, see, so all the things are right now working perfectly fine. So guys, so this is like a quite basic tutorial I have created and if you found a better way, kindly share with me also, so that I can update my like information, and tell the other peoples also, so that they also aware about it. Okay, so but yeah, the thing is like you have to like always drill down the your like knowledge, so that you can explore more and more. Maybe you will get better way like compared to me. So that is also like possible, and I am not stopping you to like to do that. Okay, you just do that. Okay, so I have one small task for you, although like uh, it is not a little bit, it is not a tricky. I already did that in my prototype, but I don't wanted to showcase on this tutorial. If you wanted to like create a tutorial for that, I will create also, but I wanted to like give you some other small task here. Like if you remember, whenever we open the drop down, if we select any subcategory, our data will refresh accordingly. Okay, so first row is to show, filtering the data track, right? If I am selecting the available, so the task is if I am selecting the available. Okay, so it is changing the available, but the thing is If you remember our first drop down, it has like truck. Okay, so my what I was expecting from you that filter this row according to the our drop down, like this row should come as a truck and available. Okay, and in between like in between any ticket, I'm not telling you that like target that particular ticket here. If you selecting third row, just target that as well, like that is the scenario you also need to cover, like if I make it as a in route. Yeah, so see, I am just making it as a in progress. It is changing the according to the third drop down. So my task actually is filter the data according to our first and second and third drop down, like data should be filtered accordingly, like if you have a truck, if you have a available, and if you have a new, so refresh the data, showcase only that data which only has these three what you say items. Okay, subcategories items. Okay, feel like it should come in a that way. Okay, so my ask to you, just do that. Okay, just to make a like a pass the condition according to the your drop down. Okay, so that your data will refresh accordingly. So I this is a small things am expecting to you, that kindly do that, and once you done that, kindly share with me in a Figma, or you can share with me a Figma file, or you can like share me like any prototype on my channel. Okay, so you can just make comment me your email ID, like I have mailed you, or whatsoever like medium you can found, just ping me so that I can check that whether you have done it in a right way or not. Okay, and I will give you kudos that this guy done this, and just this is a shout out for this guy. Okay, so I will shout out and I will take your name in my channel. Okay, so if you are not able to do that, I will do that also, but yeah, i wanted I wanted to you to do that first. Okay, so kindly share this video. I hope this video you will like this video. Kindly share this with your friends and colleagues whosoever in a design industry, and kindly share my channel, and like this video and comment please, that how you like the video, what kind of improvement and what kind of interaction you want in your design, and what kind of tutorial you wanted to see, whether it is Figma or whether it is a Protopie or any other tutorial you wanted to in terms of interaction. Okay, so we will see that we will make a video of it quickly, so that you can other guys